Hello, good morning and welcome back to the centre of Osijek at the Pampas shooting range for another day of finals. We've up to day 9 now here at the European Shooting Championships and we just have a few days to go. Some more finals indoors, mostly 25 pistol for today. My name is Rory McAllister. Thanks very much for coming along, not only to YouTube but also to Facebook. And if you're watching this back at another time, then we never forget about you. Thank you very much for doing so. So 2 25-metre events today. Also, shotgun begins outside, and that'll be over the next few days. So we'll bring you coverage of those finals as well. Thanks very much for joining us. So the 25-metre pistol women junior final live for you here at the European Shooting Championships. Well, there's been plenty of drama and excitement over the last few days, I can tell you that. No finals yesterday, and we all had a bit of a break, but of course qualification, other events carried on. Meanwhile though, 25 metres for this, 9.7 registers a hit on the electronic targeting system. They're split into bays some 25 metres away, and here is the lineup. Here's how the qualification finished and how they all came to be the 8 finalists in this 25-metre women junior pistol final. Well, let's have a look back at qualification and see what happened. So the athletes shooting out into the outdoors. And it's certainly been colder today than it has been when the seniors were here last week. Been a real mixture of weather over the last 10 days or so. It's pretty wet this morning as well. Let's just throw some extra dampness into the air. But it hasn't affected things too much. Some of these junior athletes as well, just already so experienced, some of them here for the first time. For example, we have Melissa Iachuk, who's here for our first European Championships, but has made this final. And that's what it's all about, is getting the experience under your belt when it comes to events like this on a massive stage, with all of Europe and the world watching. So that's how they line up then from firing point A to H, and we'll go through them in a closer look once the final begins and we get into the sighting series. So here we go with the introductions. So first athlete out, representing Czechia on firing point H, Victoria Shindilova. Has already been out here in the finals hall in other events, so at least has that kind of experience already. So Katerina Ivanova is next, 19 years old on firing point G. So Eva Vodopivec is next, representing Slovenia, her 4th time at the European Championships and still only 18 years old. Melissa Iachuk is next, just mentioned her during the qualification video. This is her first European Championships and she's 17. Second athlete representing Czechia, shows you how strong and deep the squad is for 25 metres. And Alexandra Piotrova is next. Had a great time in Burgas a few months ago, and no surprise to see her lining up in this final. Valeria Ganakova is next, 20 years old. Has already been out here and been on the top of the podium as well in the duet. And Cristiana Agule is next and final athlete to come out, 17 years old, representing Latvia. So Patrick Johansson, Sweden's nicest policeman. Well, we gave him a day off yesterday, and now Petar Plavčić is back as our Chief Range Officer. There he is. And he's been in command of all of the finals that we've had here, both senior and junior so far.
Preparation begins now.
So before the athletes come out here onto the field of play, they have to go to the reporting time into the preparation area. We can now have a sneak peek behind the curtains and see what happened earlier today. So it's where the athletes report. It has to be 30 minutes before the first shots. So in this instance, that was 11:15 this morning. You can come earlier if the preparation area is free, but like that, just an area to get your equipment spread out, check you've got everything, chat to the coach, even like that, some dry firing, just a bit of practice. Get the equipment ready. Exactly what it says on the label, preparation area. What do they say? Fail to prepare, and you've got to prepare to fail, and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. Something like that anyway. So you can see the two target bays down the end, 25 meters away. And they have lights on the top, red mostly, and then when it's time to shoot, the light goes green. Each athlete has a 7-second rest, pistol at 45 degrees, and then as you're seeing now, pistols raised, and you have 3 shots, 3 seconds even to take your shot. Well, it's certainly feeling a lot colder indoors here. I say that because we're in a huge marquee, so when the sun does come out and it hits this marquee, even though it's white and therefore physics tell you that it reflects a lot of the sunlight back, it doesn't half get hot in here, certainly underneath the lights as well. So Petar Plavčić, our Chief Range Officer, has called for the end of preparation. And now we'll move to the sighting series. Local time here in Croatia, just coming up to 11:40 AM. So whatever time it is where you're watching from around Europe or around the world, then good morning to you from us here at the Pampas shooting range in Osijek. So if you are joining us on YouTube, you can like and subscribe to the channel on the ESC video stream. Do also hit the bell for notifications. That way it's quite handy really, because it just pops up on your phone, on your tablet, as and when the live broadcasts are about to start. So you don't even have to remember when they are. They'll just pop up for you.
Attention.
So here we go, the attention command. A very commanding way of saying attention as well. You certainly know Petar Plavčić is in the room, I can tell you that. So Ganakova, 5 out of 5. Is that a signal of what's to come? Well, sometimes when you hit that in your sighting series, you're like, oh, well, just want to try and carry that on now to when it really matters. European junior record still stands at 39, set by Anna Korakaki of Greece. Nearly 10 years ago, the 7th of October, 2016. So 9.5 years that junior record of 39 has stood. So here we go, first series. If you have just joined us, welcome along to Facebook and to YouTube. Thanks for coming.
Attention.
So there's the attention command, pistols lowered to 45 degrees. Petter keeping an eye on what's going on, as well as the clock. There's quite a lot to do as a chief ranger. Looks easy, but your concentration has to be off the scale. Just saw Pietrova there, many medals at European Championships. There was that gold in Burgas in the mixed team junior a few months ago. She's also the current junior 25-metre European champion. She took that in Châteauroux last year. So can she defend the title here today? Well, it's finally a hit for Pietrova. She'll need that for confidence. And that's the end of the first series. Well, complete mixed bag. Iachuk, not a great start. 5 misses. But there's still time to try and peg that back. Meanwhile, Ganakova coming into this final, just buoyed on the back of the gold medal that she took here in the duet a few days ago. She was 4th in Châteauroux as well in that final, where Pietrova took the gold. So Valeria Ganakova so far looking good. 1 miss, 4 out of 5.
Next series, ready?
So will we see a new European junior champion today? Will Pietrova defend the title? Will she make the podium? And that's what makes everything that's coming up now so exciting. So first series done, here comes the second series. Begin to take a breath from Agule, nearest us.
Attention.
She was a silver medalist in Burgas in the 10-metre junior, representing Latvia, now on firing point A. And Christina Agule, still only 17 years old, so will it be another European medal here today for her? Let's see. Pietrova always looks so relaxed, really calm.
Stop.
End of the second series. Any change at the top? Still the same leader, Ganakova in fine form. 3 hits out of 5 that time in that last series, taking her total to 7 out of 10, just 3 misses. Pietrova, the current European junior champion, is tied for second place with Vodopivic of Slovenia. And we have 2 athletes tied for 4th place, 2 athletes tied for 6th, and then Iachuk with that hit, and he's managed to make an improvement on the previous series, is in 8th place.
Attention.
Ganakova, great series so far, 3 out of 3. And it's Ganakova on for a 5 out of 5. Certainly been shooting well so far in the first 2 series. Well, not quite, but it's a solid 4 out of 5, taking the total to 11. So Ganakova, the first one into double figures. Pietrova, the current champ, has slipped down to a tie for 3rd. She was tied for 2nd. And the current European champion on 7 hits out of 15. So crunch time now. Next series is our first elimination. And at the moment, Melissa Iachuk on 2 hits in 8th place.
Next series, ready.
Ivanova on 4 in 7th place, so it could still switch. Let's see what happens here.
Attention.
Well, a crucial series because this means there's an elimination. Well, first elimination is confirmed in 8th place on 3 hits. Melissa Iachuk. Well, a great achievement to get through to the final because there's been some real tough competition and some real talent and ability right the way across the 8 athletes. But Melissa Iachuk is first to leave this final in 8th place. Clearly disappointed. Oh, it's hard. It is tough. She is 17 years old. It's her first European Championships as well. So she'll pick up some experience, and I'm sure one day we'll reflect back on this final and realise how well she's done to make the top 8. The women's 25-metre pistol, particularly in Europe, is a strong area.
Attention.
Well, Ganakova continues to lead. 1 shot left in this series.
Stop.
And it's a total of 16 now for Ganakova. Pietrova, the current champion, still in 2nd, now tied with Voda Pivec. But we have our next elimination, and Shindrolova from Czechia is next to leave in 7th. Now, she was a bronze medalist here in the duet, but no medal today for 20-year-old Victoria Shindrolova. Again, just shows you how tough it is. Even some of the best, no medals today. I think that just was a comment of, I don't really quite know why that went wrong today, but she just misses out by 1 hit on 6th place and leaves in 7th.
Attention.
There is the leader with the first hit in this series to stay in front of Pietrova and Vudopivic.
Stop.
Well, we've gone to a shoot-off. No real surprise to me. It's been really close in places, this scoreboard, not just at the top, but in some of the mid-places as well.
I repeat, position A and D, Aguel and Militowska.
So Agule and Militowska are the ones to battle it out in this shoot-off. Firing points A and D. So Latvia versus Czechia. Here we go.
Attention.
Well, chance of a draw, but Agule looking good. 4 out of 4 so far.
Stop.
And yeah, it's a miss on the other side. 4 hits to 3. So Kristina Agule of Latvia survives the first shoot-off in this 25-meter final. And Anna Miatrowska is next to leave in 6th place. She was a silver medalist in Tallinn in the 10 metres and also a gold medalist in Tallinn back in 2023 at the European Championships in the team women junior. So she's had medals before, and I'm sure we'll be back to another final. Still only 19 years old, so a couple of years left in her junior career. So the final 5, and that's how it stands. Ganakova at the top still. 2 in front on a total of 17 hits.
Attention.
Well, a real disaster in that series for Agule after surviving the first shoot-off. 4 misses out of the 5, just shows the pressure, and perhaps had to soak up a bit of pressure in that shoot-off. Well, by the looks of it, I don't think there's any perhaps about it. Certainly did so. And Kristina, who was a silver medalist in Burgas in the 10 metres a few months ago at the European Championships, now leaves this final in 5th. Well, it's tough out there, it really is. Christina's only 17 years old, so she'll be back, I'm sure, pretty soon. So 3 individual neutral athletes remain, along with Vuda Pivec of Slovenia. You can see her there in the bright green.
Attention.
So this series to decide the podium. Who will make it forward to a medal? Who leaves in 4th? Well, Vuda Pivec now tied for the top. Ganikova both on 20, well they were. Now Ganikova back in the lead. Oh, it's getting close. Meanwhile, the current European champion on the right of your screens, trying to stay in and trying to make it through to the podium. So 4th place, it's the worst place sometimes to finish. You make it all the way to the final, you don't make it to the podium. But on a total of 16, Katerina Ivanova, who's 19 years old and an individual neutral athlete, goes back to take a seat and leaves in 4th place, agonisingly close to making it through to the podium. And I'm sure that's what the coach is saying. She was a bronze medalist at the European Championships in the 25 metres. So has been on the podium before and was 4th in Burgas, but no medal today for Ivanova. So there are the top 3. The current European champion in 3rd place. And there's actually some separation now. Pietrova on 18, Vuda Pivec on 21, and Ganikova, who's looked in fine form, on 23, 2 hits in front. So is this going to be Ganikova's day? Destined to become European champion? Still a fair bit to go. Pietrova, 2 hits in a row. Pietrova now is the bronze medalist. Well, it was gold and a European title last summer, but now almost 12 months on, not quite. Still a real talent. Alexandra Pietrova takes the bronze medal here, and many other European medals to her name so far. Gold medalist in Burgas in the mixed team junior. She was also a silver medalist in the World Championships back in Lima when you go back to 2021, and took the gold last summer in the 25 metres in Châteauroux at the Olympic venue. Today, it's a bronze medal for Pietrova.
Next series, ready?
So the series now to decide gold, unless we go to a shoot-off. Vuda Pivec is 1 hit behind. She's on 23, Ganikova on 24.
Attention.
Well, interesting. It's gone level. And Vuda Pivec in front for the first time. Wow. Well, she's done it. She's taken the European title. Can she finish 5 out of 5? Well, not to be, but a total of 27, and Ganikova just loses out in the last series. She was cruising towards a gold medal at one point and has now just slipped and pegged back to silver. What a performance from Iva Vudupevic. Wow. Slovenia have a gold medal and she's the European champion. Well, congratulated by the bronze medalist and former European champion, and also Ganikova, the silver medalist, straight over to say well done. The jury now getting them lined up. Well, what a day for Iva. So here we go with the official announcements. So Alessandra Pietrova, who was the European champion last year, is still on the podium. This time it's bronze. And Valeria Ganikova, that last series, it just slipped away, but takes the silver medal, a great achievement. And Iva Vudupevic of Slovenia, big smiles, takes the European title and the gold medal. She'll be in the centre of the podium, and a very proud moment for her when she hears her own national anthem later today at the European Championships here in Osijek in Croatia. Wow, what a dramatic final. Just time now to catch your breath. Whew. That final series, the defining factor, and a switch around from gold to silver, and then silver to gold. There it is confirmed. Pietrova with the bronze, Ganikova with the silver, and Vudupevic with the gold. Now it just shows you, doesn't it? Just keep going, dig deep, stay focused. And wonderful scenes here, lots of hugs from all the athletes, the coaches as well. Oh, Ganikova, painful. Almost there. But that's sport. And you have to take then that experience and then put it back into your next performance. And that's what makes it so difficult. It's easy sometimes, isn't it, for us just watching, but when you're down there getting involved, it's hard, it's tough. This is the European Shooting Championships after all. So that's how it finished. Full confirmation from the gold medalist down to 8th place. Well, we'll leave you with some highlights. Let's have a look back and have a recap of that 25-metre pistol women's junior final. And we do have more live coverage for you today. Shotgun, we're going outside for the under-18s, and that starts today, then over the next coming days. So do stay with us for that. We've got more pistol events coming for you tomorrow as well. Well, delighted coach, delighted faces, smiles all round. And there it is, pistol in the air, a gold medal and the title of European champion. What a day for Iva Vudupevic. That's what it means. Brilliant. So thanks very much for joining us today, live on YouTube and on Facebook. Said Shotgun starting over the next couple of days, so do join us for those tomorrow. And we'll also have more events for you here indoors as well in the finals hall at the European Shooting Championships. From myself, Rory McAllister, from our entire crew, thanks very much for coming along today.